Our world is one interconnected ocean, a vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth.
There's no better animal to represent the story of the ocean with all its splendor and uncertainty than the killer whale. They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, from Southern and Indian to the mighty Pacific and beyond. The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
Welcome to Seaworld's Orca Encounter. My name is Ashley, and that was Shuka, Ikaika, and Makani, 3 members of our killer whale family demonstrating their incredible size, speed, power, and complex learning abilities. These behaviors keep our whales active and engaged. Seaworld's killer whales have inspired generations of guests, and we are so excited for you to learn more about them today. As trainers, we spend years building relationships with the whales. It creates trust and allows us to provide optimal healthcare, research, and quality of life. Now, all of our whales take an active role in their own healthcare and well-being through husbandry or medical behaviors. In fact, one of the first husbandry behaviors they ever learn is a food present. This is a very important behavior because it's exactly how we get a blood sample. Killer whales don't have hands like us, so when it comes to getting a blood sample, that's exactly how you would get it, right in the underside of their tail flukes in the veins, as Ikaika is demonstrating. Another important healthcare behavior is monitoring the whale's weight. We can ask the whales to slide up onto a giant killer whale size scale, lifting their tail flukes up and out of the water for that weight. This behavior is a great example of the purpose behind our training programs. Some behaviors like the slide out, like Shuka are demonstrating, are visually stunning, but the true purpose was allow us to monitor the whale's weight. We can even ask our whales for high energy, powerful behaviors like breaches and jumps up and out of the water for great exercise. In fact, all the behaviors you've seen today help make sure our whales are staying healthy. The overall health and wellness of our pod is the most important part of our job, and we strive to achieve this through diet, exercise, lots of love, and even play. And that's right, our whales sure do love to play. As trainers, we love to get creative and come with new toys, enrichment, EEDs for the whales. It's a great way for us to observe how they enjoy interacting with one another, but also with us. Now please enjoy this playtime between the trainers and the whales, sharing their incredible connection with all of you. Now, as you guys just saw, play is incredibly fun for everyone, but it's also how killer whales learn and practice their hunting. Killer whales prey on pretty much anything from fish to marine mammals to great white sharks and even the largest animal on Earth, the blue whale. The blue whale is 5 times longer and 50 times heavier than Shuka, Makani, and Icacus. You may be wondering, how does a whale their size prey on a whale that size? Well, it's all incredibly possible because of their incredible skill and teamwork. In fact, killer whales from all around the world have developed unique hunting techniques that allow them to catch their prey of choice. They can use their tail flukes by slapping, tossing, and throwing. This tires their prey, making it easier to catch. Off the coast of South America will prey on sea lions by pulling them right off the beach. A natural athletic behavior is the ability to beach themselves, turn, and re-enter the water. Transient pods of killer whales in the Pacific Northwest who prey on marine mammals that rely on quiet stealth to hunt. While hunting, you might see killer whales porpoising in pursuit of prey or while surfing in a wave. Killer whales would create waves that splash over floating ice, knocking seals right into the water. It's incredibly impressive to witness, but to understand the true power of a killer whale or the amount of water that can be displaced, you have to experience it firsthand. Am I right? I'm right. Now luckily I have 2 very brave guests that are going to come and experience the true power of a killer whale. Can we please put our hands together for these brave guests? Alright ladies, sit right down. Hold on tight. Are you guys sisters? Yeah? Cute. Are you nervous? You should be. Alright, looks like we have a couple of our whales on the way. Hold on tight.
Here we go.
And here comes that wave. Let's put our hands together for these great guests one more time. Good job, ladies. Now, these hunting behaviors that you just witnessed are just a fraction of some of the skills and techniques used by killer whales. They can breach or use the pectoral flipper to communicate with one another and even use their powerful tail flukes to stun their prey. But today, it's hot, so I think they're gonna stun all of you. And you know what that means? It's time to get wet!
are impressive animals. It's pretty obvious why they're the top predator of our ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They are completely dominant, yet completely dependent. When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean. Their future depends on you, through your actions. Through the choices we all make. We hold the future of killer whales and the ocean in our hands. Killer whales continue to surprise and engage us.
They're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, connected, and powerful.
But still vulnerable. The ocean needs our help, and that can seem overwhelming, but together we can make a change.
So much to learn. So much to explore.
So much to protect.
The ocean is facing significant changes, but don't give up. Be inspired. The killer whale story is still being written, and there's simple things we can all do to make a difference.
All it takes is one. One choice.
One positive act.
One ripple that can grow and grow and change the world. Together, we've got this.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please join us for one final high energy session with our killer whale family.